During the most recent Nintendo Direct, it was declared that Birdo will be featured in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as part of the DLC's upcoming Wave 4 release. Despite this being labelled as a booster course pass, players can rejoice because this confirms that new playable characters are officially a thing moving forward. Although Birdo is the only current confirmed character for Wave 4, she is still sure to bring a lot of excitement with her 9 different coloured variations. The most impactful aspect of this announcement is that it unlocks an abundance of potential for future characters. This thought process is backed by Nintendo's official press release announcement, which states the following: returning characters from the Mario Kart series will be added in future waves. Unfortunately though, no other character was mentioned in the press release, other than Birdo of course. This means the mind is wandering, which is why I'm here today. Welcome folks,
Hello.
I'm Swiftjar, and in today's video, we are going to be identifying which characters have the highest chance of returning in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. This video will be split up into 2 main sections. We will be starting with the likely characters based on the information that we have, and then we'll be entering into Datamine territory. To better navigate the video to avoid Datamine information, you can use the timestamps below, or you can even use them to skip to the giveaway at the end. But small hint, just be subscribed and you'll be part of the giveaway regardless. To begin, the question begs, how many characters are getting in? It's a great question, but we currently have no definitive answer. In terms of Wave 4, I must strictly point out that the DLC advertised that Wave 4 would include 8 courses plus 1 new character. So I'm going to give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt here and say we aren't going to see any more characters this wave. In terms of future waves, your guess is just as good as mine. We won't focus entirely on how many characters are likely to get in, rather we will shift our focus to which characters have the highest chance to get in. If we want to draw a plausible conclusion, there is an important factor to consider when looking at the press release. This is the fact that the press release puts a strong emphasis on returning characters. Strictly speaking, what defines a returning character? Obviously we have every character who is featured in the Mario Kart series prior to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. However, does this include Mario Kart Tour, as it technically released after Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? I am saying absolutely it does. My reasoning is because the Booster Course Pass has an extremely strong connection with Mario Kart Tour. We can see this from the graphical art style to more specifically the course selection. Every track currently available in the Booster Course Pass exists in Mario Kart Tour, minus Shroom Ridge and Yoshi's Island. Both will most likely make their way over very soon. Yoshi's Island has actually been data mined for Mario Kart Tour for some time. It was how we had an idea on its existence in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe prior to its announcement. Don't believe me? Check out my past video on screen right now. I am so strong on this connection, I'm even expecting to see this trend continue with the character selection. There are currently over 200 drivers in Mario Kart Tour. Granted, most of these drivers are variants, but that doesn't take away from the sheer amount of representation that there is. Just have a look at this image on screen. These are the main characters that exist in Mario Kart Tour, which aren't currently in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yes, I am counting Peach and Captain Toad here as standalone characters. I feel as if they differentiate enough to be classified as separate. Seriously though, how good would this representation be in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? There are also a few past characters in the Mario Kart series which haven't made their way over to Mario Kart Tour. Don't worry, we won't be forgetting them. To help somewhat figure out the likelihood of which characters will make it into the DLC, I'm going to be segmenting them based on 3 separate categories. This being the most likely category, the likely category, and the mech category. The most likely category will be for characters who were playable before Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and are currently in Mario Kart Tour. The likely category is for Tour exclusive characters, not including outfit variations or costumes. And finally, we have the mech category. This is for characters who were playable before Mario Kart 8 Deluxe but haven't appeared yet in Mario Kart Tour. There is one particular exception to this rule set, and that is Donkey Kong Jr. My reasoning behind this is because Donkey Kong Jr.'s representation in Tour is based off his 16-bit sprite from Super Mario Kart. So I'll be putting Donkey Kong Jr. in his own separate category. titled Not Happening. However, I would be very happy to be wrong here. Like seriously, prove me wrong, Nintendo. Let's start off with the mech category. In this category we have Paratrooper, Rob the Robot, Honey Queen, and Wiggler. It is worth pointing out though, at the time of this recording, the most recent Mii silhouette for Mario Kart Tour could potentially be Paratrooper. Honey Queen could also be a possibility to move up to the likely category in the future. This is due to some information that we'll get to very soon. Next up we have the likely category. Now this category in particular, I could genuinely see a few characters getting into the roster. This category includes Pauline, Peachette, Dixie Kong, Charging Chuck, Hammer Bro, Kamek, Captain Toad, King Bob-omb, Monty Mole, and Nabbit. You could even argue that some characters have a higher chance than others. This is thanks to Wave 4's announcement. More specifically, this is because Birdo is getting added alongside the Yoshi's Island track. If you didn't know, Birdo is quite often associated with Yoshi, therefore people are drawing a conclusion. This has people speculating that characters could be added based on track selection. For example, Charging Chuck could make sense for LA Labs, etc. I personally would really love to see several of these characters make it in, especially characters like Kamek, who were cut from previous Mario Kart installments prior to Tour. I've got an entire video dedicated to that topic, so if you want to check that video out, you can click the link on screen right now. This brings us to the very likely category. This includes Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, and Petey Piranha. Ironically, all of these characters have tracks associated with them that I can say with 99% certainty will return in the Booster Course Pass. Firstly, we have Petey Piranha. He is heavily associated with the brand new Nitro track titled Piranha Plant Cove for Mario Kart Tour. We also then have Diddy Kong and Funky Kong, who are both associated with DK Mountain and Dino Dino Jungle. As per my Double Dash video on screen right now, I'm expecting at least one of these tracks to return in the very near future. Now let's race on into the Datamine information. Firstly, let's take a look at the current Datamine characters in Mario Kart Tour. One racer we do know exists in the files is Green Free Running Koopa. We know this as there is a texture source in the files. Secondly, we also have what's called badge theory. This theory suggests that all characters that have their emblems on badges will become drivers eventually. We have seen this several times in the past. The badges for characters in Mario Kart Tour include Luma, Honey Queen, Piranha Plant, and Boo, but take that as you will. Moving over to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's datamines, there is an extremely plausible theory which suggests that we may be getting 4 characters total. When Wave 2 of the DLC launched, a bug was identified which caused certain characters to no longer be recognized as rivals within the files. This specifically included Metal Mario, Tanuki Mario, Pink Gold Peach, and Cat Peach. This bug was then rectified in Wave 3, leading some to speculate that this alteration was indeed intentional. The theory is that these 4 characters in particular will have their variants stacked, much like we see when we select Yoshi or Shy Guy in the select screen, where you can choose between different colors. This would therefore free up 4 spots in the character select screen. Even if this isn't the case though, Nintendo is a billion-dollar company. I don't think they'll lose a night's sleep on figuring out how to fit everything into the select screen. I've also now gone ahead and added a character speculation channel over in the Swift Cafe Discord. I'll also be posting some sneak peeks of my upcoming content over there, including my next video which is gonna be an in-depth analysis of Yoshi's Island. Seriously, it's gonna be a massive project, looking at details that even go beyond Mario Kart. So make sure you're in the Swift Cafe Discord, where you can join in on all the discussion and where you can even get a mention in my future videos. You can find your invitation along with my Twitter handle in the description below. And with that, we have all the current likely and datamine information for Mario Kart's characters. Let me know down in the comments below what characters you think will make it into the DLC. I try to always go through all the comments and reply to as many as I can. I also plan on making more character videos in the near future, so stay tuned for them as well. If you enjoyed the video, it'd be much appreciated if you could leave a like and subscribe.
Thank you!
It lets me know that you're enjoying the Mario Kart content and want to see more. Or just subscribe so you're part of the giveaway when we hit 6,000 subscribers, where we'll be giving away another $30 eShop voucher. And finally, a massive shout out goes to all our members. All membership purchases are extremely valued, and I appreciate it beyond words. Until next time, take care and goodbye.